Man, I'm not gonna lie, I like seeing the Habs down 3-1.
Oh, what is this, the hat guy jinx now?
Don't you put that evil on me, Steve Dangle!
Woo!
Are you just gonna get hammered? Get me a toaster. Magic Angel Robot from Winnipeg!
What the hell are you talking about?
This team is ruining my life! Boy, does St. Louis' trade request look stupid, said no one.
Maybe Steve Yzerman? The New York Rangers win 3-2 in overtime over the Montreal Canadiens, and they take a 3-1 series lead in the Eastern Conference Final.
That St. Louis kid's got a future in this league.
And let me tell you, Rangers lucky to come out of that game with a win. And I think the Habs would have been lucky to come out of that game with a win. You know, we do dump on Bettman and we dump on the NHL, and we have reason to. I mean, they've deprived us of a lot of hockey. But one thing they really harped on coming out of the 04-05 lockout was they wanted parity. Look at the Eastern Conference. The New York Rangers, who were down 3-1 to the Pittsburgh Penguins, who damn near lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets, are beating the Montreal Canadiens, who beat the President Trophy winning Boston Bruins. This is why it pisses me off when people write off the Kings of a couple years ago. Well, most 8th seeds just get their asses kicked in the first round. No, dude, if you make the playoffs, you got a shot at the cup. And what I think is equally amazing is I would not be in the least bit shocked if the Habs came back and won this thing. I love the playoffs. You should try it sometime! Anyway, the game. You know, Carl Hagelin can play on my team. What's Swedish for wheels?
I just looked it up on Google Translate and it's H-J-U-L. He's got mad
Splits the wickets on Tokarski, 1-0 Rangers. But then the magical touch of Michel Therrien just continues to amaze. The announcer putting in Francis Bouillon ahead of Nathan Beaulieu, and I'm like, not a decision I would have made.
Complete snipage on Lundqvist 1-1.
And I don't want to take anything away from the guy. He scored a great playoff goal, but Hank, wow.
Even his body language was like, I'm Henrik Lundqvist and I should have stopped that.
Vesatoskala watching from home like that was pretty bad. And it doesn't look well on Lundqvist, who I recently called the best goalie in the NHL, when Dustin Tokarski is robbing Martin St. Louis on a breakaway. Hashtag Dangle Jinx. Enter Derek Brassard. Clap bomb from in that close. That was egregious. That was like a crazy spin-a-rim through the legs, fast break dunk in the NBA. That wasn't necessary, Derek. Manners. But who? And Therrien said, well, I know what Brassard's injury is. Well, now we're one step closer to knowing because it's clearly not one of his slapshot muscles.
Also relatively intact slapshot muscles.
PK Subban. Subban is just a monster. You ever try pull-ups at the gym? They're not fun, right? Like, I like working out, but when it comes to pull-ups, I'm like, do I have to?
Trainer's like,
Have you seen video of Subban doing pull-ups with, like, this chain around his waist and plates? Not small plates?
Breaking. Steve Dangle amazed that a professional athlete is strong.
Well, I thought it was impressive, and his shot's impressive, too. Now for time du over. That is not how you say it, but I kind of like it. Even before overtime, it's basically next goal wins, and Alex Galchenyuk, oh, off the crossbar and out. I thought it might have been in. And again, it shows how close the series is because the puck goes the other way. Martin St. Louis with the ocean of space and time. And what did I say after last game? Get that puck up. Which I'm sure Martin St. Louis, who's going to be in the Hockey Hall of Fame, knew, but I thought a video blogger should say it too. Bar down. That is the game. Marty wins it, and the Rangers are 1 win away from a berth in the Stanley Cup Final. But I think of all teams left in the playoffs, the Rangers should know that this series is not over yet. First of all, they're going back to Montreal, which they're going to tear the building down. Like right around puck drop. Francois, there's an earthquake! No, Jeanette just started the anthem, honey, don't worry. Why are they German? Don't worry, I suck. So it's gonna be raucous. The Habs took down the Bruins. They can take down anybody in the East. And the Rangers themselves overcame a 3-1 series deficit. Let's thang it over. Question though, I keep seeing online, yeah, well, Price is out though. If Price was in, it'd be a different story. But the other thing filling my timeline is how well Dustin Tokarski has played in Price's absence. So my question is, can you blame this 3-1 series deficit on Tokarski? Because aren't you kind of doing that by saying, well, Price would have done a better job? I mean, if we're doing a fantasy draft here, I'll take Carey Price over Dustin Tokarski any day, but Tokarski is not the reason they're losing these games. The pure desperation saves at least 3 highlight reel amazing glove saves over the last 2 games, and a big pad save in this one too. What could Carey Price have possibly done that Dustin Tokarski has not? Like, you gotta be confident that A, Price would have stopped the shots that Tokarski didn't, and B, Price would have also stopped the ones that Tokarski probably shouldn't have because they were amazing. All I'm saying is give Tokarski credit, and dude, give the Rangers credit. They're winning. Let me know what you think. I'll very quickly wrap things up. 1. Congratulations to the Edmonton Oil Kings on winning the 2014 Memorial Cup. Much to my surprise, because I'm pretty sure in the last video I said that the final was between Guelph and Val-d'Or, which it was very not. You are the champions, and what's amazing about winning the Memorial Cup, winning the Stanley Cup, you're the best of a 30-team league. Winning the Canadian Hockey League, you're the best of 60 teams. Deece, bro, deece. And number 2, speaking of junior hockey, I have something for you that's gonna take up hours of your life. Justin Fisher over at theleafsnation.com has posted an article, I will link to it below, that is a mega draft sheet. It's a downloadable Excel file, and what it is a spreadsheet of over 10,000 hockey players. Every single player that has ever been drafted between 2013 and 1963. And once you download it, because it's an Excel file, it is completely sortable. So if you want to find out every member of the Edmonton Oil Kings that has ever been drafted, we have that information. If you want to find out every OHL player who is at least 6 feet tall and a center and Canadian over the last 15 years, we have that information. If you want to find out every 5'8" USHL player drafted in the 4th round ever, we have that. Justin showed me this when he started working on it like a year ago, and I couldn't believe it. And now it's done, so link below. I know the Stanley Cup playoffs are going strong, but the draft is coming up too. And last thing, link below as well. Brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast. Talking about the playoffs, the Capitals, sprinkles for some reason, and my bachelor party. It's not embarrassing at all, no. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all of your friends, and I will see you next time.